ladies and gentlemen, they, thems, and Yodians, welcome back to Phonics VR. Today's a bit of a different video today as we're going to be trying a different style. Let me know if you like it or dislike it in the comments below, and if you dislike it, I apologize in advance. We're just trying something new. But I digress. Let's get right into the video. AskReddit, why didn't he or she get the second date? Well, I've not been on too many dates of myself, so I'm not really able to give an answer on this one. But one of my biggest red flags is when somebody disrespects like a waitress or just doesn't do something that like normal human beings would do at a restaurant. So that's one of the biggest flags. Let's see what the people say. He talked about how much cocaine he did with his entertainment lawyer friends. He suggested doing some coke together, and he asked me if I had any. What the fuck? That would have been a big note for me too. I would have been like, no, I'm not doing drugs with you. I don't do any drugs. So she brought her kid to the restaurant without telling me that she had a kid. Then she saw her friend outside, got up, left me with her child, who I had never met, and had a 15-minute conversation outside. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I would have fucking left. A friend of mine told me about a date she went on. It was great. They both liked each other and made plans for a second date with lots of chemistry. As they left the restaurant, she slipped on some ice and twisting her ankle, and he just laughed at her and kept walking. He texted later about a second date and she ignored him. Everybody has different levels of, I think, people wanting to care. So I understand like her point of view is like she expected him to come and save her, but he may have not realized that she twisted her ankle and just thought it was funny that she fell. But this is not an Am I the Asshole video, so I have a very common last name. She had the same last name. Date went well, but she said that she couldn't go out with me on a second date though because it felt weird. She explained that both her father and her brother also had the same first name as me, so all three of us had the exact same first and last name. I was like, whoa, yeah, that would be weird for me too, and we actually ended up being pretty good friends after. I'm glad you guys made up. That was a very heart-touching story. No, I couldn't date somebody if somebody was like had the same first and last name as mine, or my relatives. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I didn't know he thought it was a date, and I'm not gay. I would somehow put myself in the same situation, so I feel for you, OP. She ordered an obnoxious amount of expensive food while I barely ate one order. She then passed me the bill thinking I'm done, flagged the waiter and asked him to rewrite the order into separate bills, paid for mine, and left her there. Red flag! Red flag! Red flag, yeah. No, I would be so pissed. I'd be like, I've seen like the post, I don't know if I can find it, but he talks about how she kept on asking like the expensive item on the menu, and then the waiter looked at the guy and was like, and then bro code kicked in and was like, no. No, absolutely not. I would get up and leave right then and there. No. As soon as we finished hanging out, she got into a guy's truck to go on a date with him. What? Nope. He showed up to pick me up wearing overalls. No shirt, no shoes. I wasn't dressed up a lot, but I was dressed nice. I would laugh, but I'd be like, you aren't going in. Let's at least put on a shirt. We were eating dinner at a mall restaurant, maybe Hard Rock, her treat. And we were there making small talk, and she said something blatantly racist. I said something about how I don't think that way, and she pointed to a table nearby and said, I suppose you think that is cute? In reference to a black couple's baby sitting in a high chair. I finished my free food, and I never saw her again. Make it 2 red flags that have been avoided. Good job. Fuck that. He told me initially he approached me because I looked submissive, then said he was able to clean up after himself but didn't want to anymore. Also complained about previous dates. You don't bring up dates like on the first day. You don't bring up other people. That's the first thing. It's like, no, don't bring up a first date. But he definitely dated you because he thought you were cute and thought he could get his way, which is stupid. You should get to know people first before you start calling them submissive. Dude slapped my stomach and told me to lay off the burgers. That is fat shaming. Fuck you. I got followed after leaving the meetup place for like 6 blocks until I decided to pull into a Target and just hang out there for a while until I was sure he was gone. Definitely the scariest experience I've ever had. What the fuck? This is the kind of stuff that like makes me not want to go on dates, because like it's just the weird experiences like this that happen. What's something that doesn't seem like much but makes your day? When my paycheck comes in. I wish I was kidding, but I like money. Hug and kiss from the wife and kids. It makes me feel much better on crap days. Absolutely. My husky, being glad to see me whenever I have been gone for the better part of the day, or have gone to the letterbox for 5 minutes. Dogs are amazing. There's a reason why I am one. Because, woof. I watched my hamster cleaning his face this morning, and I just can't stop smiling. If it wasn't for the fact that hamsters die by breathing, I'd totally get a hamster or some sort of pet like that. Good song on the radio. For this one, I totally agree with, because there's sometimes where I'll have to listen to the radio because my phone's dead, and then I'll find out songs that I really like, that I would have never found if I wasn't listening to the radio at that moment. However, I will say that radio has gotten a lot more based on talking and a lot less on music. So that kind of makes me sad, but you know what? I don't care. I pay for Spotify. I'm going to use Spotify. If you could pass one law into the US today, what would it be and why? My fellow Americans, today, because of a Reddit post, I am going to instill the law that every single person needs a mandatory femboy, and I volunteer myself. If I was to put in a new law, it would probably be that sides on any menu should be free. I'm hungry. Medical bills should be quoted up front. I don't agree with this one. I understand your point, but I don't agree with it just simply for the fact that you won't know what you're gonna get treated for. Like you could have meningitis or something, or they might think you have meningitis. I don't know what meningitis is. Should I be concerned? I don't know what that is. Anyways, you could have like strep throat or something, and it could be something actually totally worse, and they treated you for the first thing, but they had to then treat you for the second thing. It could be a whole mess. They should just fix the whole entire system entirely. Yeah, exactly like this comment says. People's health is too unstable for accurate quotes. Things can change in an instant. Instead, universal public health care. Absolutely. However, I'd also be concerned about having to wait 10 years in order to get a wisdom tooth removed. Alright, that is enough of that one because it's just political and I don't feel like going political. Reddit, what is the weirdest compliment you've ever received? So, back a couple of years ago, I was just figured out that I can do this voice, and I can also sing in this voice, and it's amazing. Better watch out, American Got Talent. I'm coming for you. But I just remember that I was singing Jesus Take the Wheel, and I sang higher than a girl, and the girl was like, and then she said, how in the world do you sing higher than me? And I was like, is that an insult or a compliment? And she said, you guessed, and I still have no idea. I'm taking it as a compliment though.
Finally, after many years, I return. Now it's time to... Wait, that was an insult.
I work in retail and was told by a customer, you look nice. You must have been bullied in high school. What the fuck? How does somebody go from here to like here, like up here? Like not even the same level. That was like a shoom. When I was working as a baker, I was taking some fresh loaves of bread out of the oven, and a very elderly lady looked at me and said, I'd love to be stuck over there with you and a stick of butter. It made me smile. What? I'm not sure whether or not to take this as kinky or suggestive, and there's a comment that I'm just now reading that says my exact words. I had an ultrasound and was told I have nice ovaries. Okay. I think he was trying to tell you that they were healthy, but god damn it. A surgeon told me I have a cute appendix. Maybe it was acute appendicitis. Get it? It's a medical joke because acute means small.
Boo! You stink!
I had an ultrasound and the tech told me, you've done an excellent job filling your bladder. Well done. That is so like weirdly demeaning. Am I the only one that sees this? This is like weirdly demeaning. My editor's gonna leave me. But the first thing I thought of was like, good girl, you actually filled your bladder. And that's the only thing in my head. Please, for the love of God, somebody help me. I once got told that I smelled trustworthy. What the fuck does that smell like? Reddit, if you could only drink one other beverage besides water for the rest of your life, what would it be? Coffee. This person says coffee, and I don't like coffee, so I can't follow them. My opinion is I think I would just pick like, because I could pick something like Mountain Dew or something, but I'm not sure actually. I got it. Apple juice. I'm gonna only drink apple juice besides water, so that way I get the vitamins and shit. This person says lemonade, and of course somebody goes waddled waddle, and the other person responds back with got any grapes. I love the internet. This person says orange juice, which is a very good pick. Ruby red grapefruit juice. I'm not sure. I think grapefruit juice is okay. I don't think a grapefruit juice is amazing. I would drink it if it was the only thing left. And this person gets me. This person says apple juice, baby. Let's go. There are several people on here also talking about tea. There's a person on here, coconut berry Red Bull. I love it too much to give it up. And their name is Weird Al Yankovic. And now I'm questioning whether or not if it's actually Weird Al. Holy shit, it's Weird Al. I did not expect to run into a Weird Al comment today, but you know what? I'm all here for it. What was the most absurd thing you've ever believed in? So I'll talk about this in a short sometime soon, but I was convinced that I could move things by blinking. Now granted, I was like 5 years old or something, but like I would just stare at the ceiling and blink. And in my vision, it looked like it was spinning. So I was like, oh shit, I can move stuff with my vision. And that is what's wrong with me to this day. When I was a kid, I was convinced that the moon followed me everywhere I went. I'd be in the car, looking out the window, and there it was, keeping pace like some Celeste stalker. I remember thinking, wow, I must be super special for the moon to be my personal bodyguard. One day, I casually mentioned this to my dad, expecting him to confirm my moon VIP status. Instead, he gave me a laugh so hard he nearly drove off the road and explained how perspective works. I still haven't forgiven the moon for not actually being my sidekick. Same. I totally did this one when I was little. I absolutely believed that one. I believed that one whenever I was young. I believed I had a medical condition that prevented me from wearing jeans. It turned out my mother just didn't like jeans, and I was 14 when I found out that I wasn't. That'd be such a weird thing to be, like, allergic to. Like, out of all things, you're allergic to jeans. But that would mean you couldn't wear jorts, which is very sad. That we could get to the other side of the planet just by digging a deep hole. Tried it whenever I was a kid. I'm pretty sure every single child has done this. Like, I got pretty deep in the ground until I hit clay, but I had total intentions of digging to China because that's just what you heard. And I was like 5 years old, and my mom said, "Oh, dig to China," and I was like, okay. So, and that's where I'm going to end it off today here. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. This was a bit different than usual because I was a bit more fast-paced while going through these comments, and if you absolutely hated it, let me know because it's just engagement. That rhymed. That was actually really good. I need to write that down. Anyways, if you do like this video, click right here, and you can see another video that I made. Well, okay, I recorded and then Logan edited, which you can find his channel right here. So, yeah.